Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. 'Tis I, Mike Martins, bringing you another very special edition of More Bullcrap, broadcasting from Merritt, British Columbia. And this is from Tech Radar. It's obviously from the American side. Microsoft has no time for offensive language on Xbox Live, Skype, or Office. So, what is deemed as offensive language? Because I know women, like when I was living in Vancouver and I was single, I would go up to a girl and say, "Wow, you look amazing, you look incredible today," or "Wow, that's a very nice outfit you're wearing," and they look at me like I've offended them or I've burnt their house down with their grandma in it. So it's kind of like, what's offensive nowadays? Like, you could tell somebody that, "Wow, did you lose a lot of weight? Why? Do you think I was fat before?" It's like nowadays, it's like, that's why I think people are very anti-social, is because they don't want to upset the wrong person, right? If you don't have anything to say, nice to say, don't effing say it. So, wow. Microsoft has unveiled a brand new code conduct. You might be interested to know that using offensive language in Xbox Live, Skype, Office, shared documents can land you in some poop. This is all part of the new Microsoft Service Agreement, which now comes into action on May 1st, 2018. Under this new agreement, Microsoft says, "We've clarified that use of offensive language and fraudulent activity is prohibited. Now, we're sure you're not one for a foul mouth, but if you don't find yourself caught out, you could be looking at an account suspension or bans from Xbox services. Time cut off your Xbox Live Gold membership." So people pay yearly for this Xbox Live Gold membership, and if you step out of line, you'll be fined. And if you want, wow, or lose funds tied to the account, Microsoft says it could even close your Microsoft account immediately with good cause. Keep it clean. This is unlikely to happen as soon as you let the F-bomb fall, of course. Microsoft has said it will investigate incidents and that it reserves the right to review your content in order to resolve the issue, but promises we do not monitor the services and make no attempt to do so. Okay, guys, do you remember that episode of South Park where Kyle or one of the guys and one of the kids got an Apple tablet, okay? And they okayed everything, and do you agree with the terms and conditions? Okay, and when I had him, didn't even read it, right? So then Apple went to his house to kidnap him and said, "Well, you agreed to these terms and conditions." And then when they kidnapped the kid, he was like, "But what are you talking about? But you've agreed to these terms and conditions, right?" Well, when you don't read those 300 paragraphs and you just okay it, well, you are actually confirming that you want to be, that you agree to what they're saying, right? It's harder, however, to see what constitutes as offensive language exactly. We guess if you would like it said to you, not saying it to anyone else would be good guideline to follow, but greater clarity is needed here. It is, of course, unlikely that every instance of swearing on its services will raise Microsoft's ire. For many, friendly conversations have a natural flow of swear words which have no offense intention. So enforcing this kind of rule would be very difficult, perhaps impossible, without unfairly punishing a large number of users. We imagine that given Microsoft has said it won't be monitoring its services, a blanket beep is not what's being attempted here. It's likely Microsoft is trying to make it clear that verbal abuse on any of its platforms will not be tolerated. The fact that Microsoft says it'll be investigating alleged violations of those terms and services suggests that users will have to be reported by someone before Microsoft picks up on your activity. However, it's not clear from whom these allegations will need to come and where to report will be enough to get you in trouble. Greater clarity is perhaps needed on how exactly Microsoft's attention will be drawn to your activities. So this is interesting. Oh, look at this guy. He's got a nice sweater there. So did I offend him by saying he's got a nice sweater there? That's a really good question. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what you guys think. This article is from March 2018. I kind of wanted to roll it out because, one, it was sent to me, and two, it's a really good one that got below the radar, and none of the mainstream media discussed this. This is by Tech Radar. So once we actually start putting all our eggs into one basket and see how much is out there and compiling it in one, you'll start seeing how much real censorship is out there, because I think on every angle there's some sort of an angle, especially when you get those long things and you're flipping through. Whoa, well, who reads those things? I agree to this terms and conditions. You click yes. But then you could be agreeing that you could sign over your house. They could come and use you as a test subject. Watch that episode of South Park where he agreed to... I'll show you guys what I'm not going to play the video so my video doesn't get flagged. But... see if it comes up. South Park, Apple. Here it is. This is the South Park Apple agreement. So they were basically made a human centipede, and Kyle here agreed to what they're doing to them, because they agreed to the terms and conditions. So it's a really good episode if you haven't seen it. It's funny as funny. Oh, I like this one. That's a classic. Let me know what you guys think. When we agree to these terms and conditions, to be exact, what are we really agreeing to? And now they could always bring it back in that terms and conditions like this have changed, blah 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 blah, and things just get out of hand. And realistically, I think we should be reading those pages and paragraphs, even though it's a waste of half of a day. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below, and thanks for watching.